Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at Verasity. We've talked about VRA a lot in the past on this channel because it has massive potential and it's a very low market cap coin. So we see right now at $106.3 million as the market cap, almost under 100 million, which is nuts because Verasity is well known. A lot of people understand that Verasity has massive potential. They just aren't fully invested. And a lot of people took a lot of money out of Verasity just recently with these market crashes. So we were able to see Verasity go down to very cheap prices. We saw, at this 0.0285, we're still at a very cheap price. If we take a look at the last week, we were able to actually see it go down to that 0.0247, and that's honestly a crazy price point for Verasity. Verasity should be valued above 3 to 4 cents at the very least, and I think Verasity is still very undervalued. We'll continue to see this one rise, and if we take a look at the last 24 hours, we're already seeing somewhat of a recovery of 8.85% in the last 24 hours. We'll continue to hopefully see this kind of recovery for Verasity as we see the market cap at that 106.3 million, the volume in the last 24 hours being 16.4 million, and the circulating supply being 3.7 VRA, 3.7 billion VRA, that is. So we are continuing to see some growth here, some increases. If you take a look at the last week, it doesn't look good because we're seeing about a 41% decrease. However, if you take a look at the last month, we're seeing a 72.64% increase. So depending on where you got in, you're still seeing good profits, and you have to realize that this does happen in crypto markets. They're very volatile and things can change very rapidly. So two market crashes really within a week of each other is going to cause some problems, and going to have a lot of coins still recovering for a couple of more days or weeks at the very least. So do remember, guys, I am not a financial advisor. Always do your research on your own before investing in any crypto specifically. So let's jump into the first thing of today. So the first off, we have, I think it's here. Okay. So we have Verasity being the top on Lunar Crush top 10 for quite some time now. We saw it number one for like 4 or 5 days in a row. A lot of people trending, searching for VRA on the Lunar Crush website, and it's just showing that a lot of interest is still there. A lot of interest is continuing to come through, and people are just worried about this crash, and a lot of people took their money out, unfortunately. If we take a look at CoinGecko, this is kind of the same concept. We see top 30 trending coins. We have, obviously, Verasity as number 17, and it shows a market cap a much higher 168 million in the market cap volume. So not volume, but the market cap. So we see Verasity at the number 17 spot, obviously beating out some very big coins, things like Chili's, Ikami, Cardano, Polkadot, Wink, Polygon, just some big coins. It's right behind some big coins as well. So we're seeing at 17th, a lot of people just showing still interest in Verasity for obvious reasons. It's a coin that everyone should have a lot of interest in because, like I said, very low market cap has potential for very big returns. So let's take a look at another thing. So we see crypto differ. We have number one project, and it talks about, the correlation rank, the social impact score, and average sentiment, as well as the price score. So Verasity, or VRA, is actually beating out XRP right now in the number one spot of about 75. So a lot of people understanding that Verasity is something to be looking for. April 25th, this one came out, so it's very recent, and this is a very up-to-date price look, or I guess chart look. And Crypto Differ does have a some decent price charts here that really explain why it's undervalued in a way, and it is a top 15 project for sure, in my opinion. I think it's definitely one to look at. And as Verasity says, it's the number one project. It is a very big deal. I think you should definitely take a look at Verasity if you haven't already. If you have already, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, because we talk a lot about Verasity on this channel. As we go to the next thing, let's talk about IBM is turning patents into NFTs, says it's a future $1 trillion+ market. IBM must have found out that Verasity Tech is doing the same thing. Our patent application will be in before IBM's. You know what that means. So basically, they're just saying they beat this huge company to this huge patent application, and we're going to see benefits from that in their opinion. So we'll continue to see if that remains true or we don't really see any benefit from this. I think we will, but we'll continue to really monitor that situation and monitor the price of Verasity as well. So jumping straight into their website, this is something where you can find a lot of information on the crypto, obviously, itself. So go to verasity.io if you want to learn more about it. So Verasity is a protocol and product layer platform for esports and video entertainment, if you didn't know. If you go down, you can learn more about what they're trying to accomplish. So VRA rewards product layer integrated for the following video players. This includes things like YouTube, Twitch, Vimeo, JW Player, and more. If you go down a little bit more, you can actually see some of the news as well. So Top Trader says crypto asset that surged 2,550% into months has no limits. So they're basically saying, Verasity itself has no limits. It's a coin worth looking into, and I think it's very interesting to see these kind of articles come out because people are talking about Verasity in such a positive light. I think it is in a positive light because of truly the potential behind it. It could be one of those coins that goes down to zero. I don't see it happening, but it's definitely a coin that could potentially go much higher, and I think that's going to be dragging a lot of investors to it. We also see buyers, this VRA virtuous cycles. Let's talk about this a little bit. So buyers buy VRA, Verasity earns VRA, users benefit, and then use VRA to subscribe to entry fees or games to tournaments, apps, and stake and earn off ramp or exchanges, and then cycle repeats. So it's a very cool cycle that really explains, how it works, how Verasity works as a whole, and you can actually go through their staking program altogether as well. If you go to the Vera wallet, and you can deposit or stake there. If we go just check a little bit on the roadmap, we're not going to go too much detail, but you can see they've accomplished quite a lot since the beginning of Verasity. We're seeing them now, obviously, on Q2 2021, talking about player statistics for EFC, customizable streamer influencers, dedicated pages on Esports Fight Club, as well as many more things that will really ramp up Verasity in a positive light as we continue to see more and more projects really jump on board with Verasity. So let's take a look at the price chart now. If we jump back to the price chart, we're continuing to see a little bit of growth. We see that 0.0285, obviously almost a 9% increase in the last 24 hours. So we're going in the right direction. Hopefully we continue in this right direction. I do want to say, guys, by the end of April, May in 2021, I do expect some pretty good price points. April will be not as high as we were hoping, obviously because we saw a huge market dip across the entire altcoin industry as a whole. So right now, I think by the end of April, we're going to be shooting for a price point right around 4 to 5 cents. If we could get above 4 cents by the end of April, we should be very, very happy about that. Expecting much more than 4 cents is probably expecting a little bit too much. I do want to say, guys, I try to keep my price predictions as realistic, honest, and really conservative as possible so I don't get blown away in the hype. And I also want to give you guys my honest opinion, really, on where I think it's reasonable to see these, Verasity specifically in this example, where we see Verasity in the future. So let's jump into May. May will be a lot more fun. I think May is going to be a really a good month for altcoins altogether. I think it's going to be kind of replicating that month of March, hopefully, in a way that pretty much every altcoin benefits. I think Verasity is a coin that we will continue to see growth. Obviously, with a $106.5 million market cap, we could see fast growth. I don't think it's going to be fast in May, however. I think we're going to see just more stagnant growth, or I guess very gradual growth is what I'm looking for. So I think by the end of the month of May, I think we're going to continue to see growth, but it's just, like I said, very gradual, and I think we'll see it right around 6 to 7 cents potentially, which would be an all-time high, and I think a lot of people would be very happy with that. If we could grab 6 to 7 cent price range, we'd be looking at a 3x honestly from about where we're at right now. So that would be a very good start as we move forward. By the end of May, 6 to 7 cents, 6 to 7 to 8 cents even is that price target for us. By the end of the year 2021, I think we will continue to see Verasity move in the right direction, therefore making our way closer and closer to about a 12 to 15 cent Verasity at the very least. I think we could go much higher than that. I think we could make it closer to that 20-25 cent range, but I'm going to go with the conservative price point of about 15 cents. I think 15 cents would be a great target for us to really see Verasity rise. I think it could obviously rise much higher, much faster because of that low market cap. However, I see 15 cents as being a reasonable price point for us to really target, and that's where I'm going to stick Verasity around that 15 to 20 cent price point by the end of 2021. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, talking with me about Verasity. I think Verasity is going to be a fun one to watch. We'll continue to watch and check up on it on this channel. So if you guys want and haven't already, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. Thank you guys so much for showing some support, and I will see you guys all in the next one.